Myles, we heard you had one of the bigger performances in today's scrimmage. I think you said maybe you had like an 80-yard touchdown run. Maybe it was called back. We're not sure. But just how would you evaluate how you did out there today in the first scrimmage?
I feel like I did decent. As an offense, we did pretty good. Obviously, everyone's talked about the penalties today. We got to eliminate those. You can't help the defense stop us, you know what I mean? So, as an offense, it's expected. So today we did pretty solid.
Myles, outside of penalties, was there any other issues that you feel like this offense needs to work on as you guys continue forward in camp?
No, not nothing that's too crazy. I feel like it's our first scrimmage, so obviously there's some things on film that we're going to fix. But penalties is the most thing. It has nothing to do with skill or anything like that. It's just being disciplined at the end of the day.
Myles, let's put the coin on the other side. What did the offense do today that you feel like you're excited about, that you feel like is maybe ahead of schedule and going really well?
Times where there were some drives, everyone's been talking about the negative, but sometimes there were no penalties during the drives, and we walked right down the field. So that's good. We show that we can execute at the end of the day, so I feel like that's pretty good. Obviously, again, when we get into more scrimmages, hopefully this will be more and more occurring.
What's this defense been like to face?
Great. Tedder's scheme is very aggressive, like everyone said. Makes us better as an offense facing the defense that's like that. Sharp iron, like we talk about all the time. But going against his defense makes it a lot more good. And hopefully, when we get to the games, it makes it more easier because we're always facing those top-notch guys in that scheme.
How would you evaluate the way the running back room has come together since the spring, especially with the addition of Penny? What has he brought to the mix with you and Johnny and with RJ?
I feel like everyone in the room, it kind of does their own thing good, and I feel like we put that together. It's a monster. You know what I mean? Like Coach said, we're deep at running back. So I feel like we meshed that together, like you said. It'll be pretty good. I feel like we're getting there. We're getting there.
Coach praised your guys' ability to respond to adversity. What's a moment that you guys responded to adversity today that really made you proud?
Like I said earlier, there were drives where we didn't have penalties, or if there was a penalty, it was like 1 or 2, and maybe it was an effort penalty. It wasn't, So we had some drives where there was good, some drives where they were bad, but responding to it, like Coach said, that was what he wanted to see, and I feel like we did that today.
Was there any player on offense who really impressed you today or stood out?
No, not really. I feel like as a unit today, we did pretty good. There's some good, some bad, like I've been saying. But it's always not on one person. It's 11-man football, not just one. So I feel like as a unit today, we did pretty good.
Where do you see the biggest improvement in your game, especially from spring camp or last year to now, getting the opportunities you're getting?
That's a great question. Probably getting back in the groove, running inside zone. I came from outside zone scheme. Obviously, did that while I was a sophomore and freshman, but still, that's a big jump from doing that for a whole year and then coming back and doing inside zone again. So I feel like my patience and whatnot has helped me get those longer runs. I feel like my speed is what helps me, like that icing on the cake, I find a hole, I can hit it. So yeah, I feel like being more patient, Coach Cam has helped me out with that a lot.
How would you evaluate how the offensive line did for you today, and maybe how does that compare to your O-line last year at Cincinnati?
Offensive lines, they're pretty good. It's an offensive line. I don't do anything. I just run through the hole. So I feel like there's similarities there. They're always hard-nosed, tough. That's what you want as an offensive line. So yeah, I like the way we're going. We're gonna have this thing rolling this year.
You have a few more. You have a very veteran group, but you do have Stacey in the room. How would you evaluate his first week with the program?
Yeah, I like Stacey. Stacey's gonna be great, man. He's gonna be a dog. There's some times in the scrimmage where me, RJ, and Johnny and Penny pulled him aside and, hey man, do this better, do that better. And my God, he went back out there and it was night and day. You know what I mean? So he's gonna be real good. Hopefully he comes along and he might play this year. I don't know.
What's the biggest adjustments, or what are you looking for when you compare running outside zone compared to inside zone, and having to kind of get back into adjusting to running a different style?
I'll start with how they're the same. You have to be patient in both schemes. It's more so outside zone. It's more so you kind of know if this cut isn't here, it's always going to be there. It's the way outside zone is. It's just one straight line. How they're different is, you got to be more, I guess you could say, aggressive attacking the line. You know what I mean? Because there's some linemen that can fall off and get you here and there. But there's similarities and differences. But they're like the difficulty level. They're pretty much the same. There's stuff you have to do, but obviously nothing different but footwork. So.
Anything else? All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.